Once upon a time, in a vast and powerful kingdom, there ruled a king named Rajan. He had everything a man could desire: gold, palaces, an army, and countless servants. But despite his wealth, the king was often restless and dissatisfied. He always wanted more, fearing that one day he might lose everything. One morning, while overlooking his kingdom from his grand balcony, he sighed, "I have everything, yet I feel empty. Is there anyone in my kingdom who is truly happy?" A few miles away, in a quiet village, lived a humble farmer named Banu. He owned a small piece of land where he grew crops with his family. He worked hard from dawn till dusk, but always had a smile on his face. Every night, he would gather with his family, eat simple food, and sleep peacefully under the open sky. One day, as the king was traveling through his kingdom, he noticed Banu singing while harvesting crops. Curious, the king stopped and asked, "You work so hard, yet you seem happier than I am. Why is that?" Banu smiled and replied, "Because I have everything I need, my king: food to eat, a family to love, and a heart that is free from greed." The king, puzzled by Banu's words, decided to test his happiness. He called his minister and said, "Give Banu a bag of 100 gold coins. Let's see if he remains as content as before." The next morning, Banu found the bag of gold at his doorstep. Overwhelmed, he counted the coins again and again, unable to believe his luck. But soon, a thought crept into his mind. What if someone steals it? He started hiding the coins in different places, losing sleep over their safety. His peaceful nights turned into anxious ones. He stopped singing in the fields, always worrying about how to increase his wealth. His happiness faded. A week later, the king visited Banu again and found him tired and worried. "What happened, Banu? You don't seem as happy as before." Banu sighed and confessed, "Ever since I received the gold, I have been living in fear. Fear of losing it, fear of needing more. I was rich in peace before, but now I am a prisoner of my own mind." The king smiled knowingly and said, "Happiness is not in wealth but in contentment. I, too, have spent years accumulating riches, but like you, I never found peace. You have taught me that true wealth lies in a heart free from greed." That day, the king made a decision. He began using his wealth to help his people, building schools, hospitals, and distributing food to the poor. He no longer hoarded his riches but shared them, and in doing so, he found the peace he had long sought. Banu, too, returned the gold to the king, choosing to live simply once more. That night, he slept under the stars, once again at peace. The king and the farmer had both learned a valuable lesson. True wealth is not in gold, but in a heart that knows peace. Moral of the story: true happiness doesn't come from wealth, but from contentment. A heart free from greed is richer than all the gold in the world.